Hi folks, so this is a 2015 question 6, and in this question I've set up a bit of it. It's based on a moped. What have we got? We've got a few points of interest to us. We've got the focal points and we've got a point B, okay, which is the point on the ellipse itself. Now, I don't have the major and I don't have the minor, but I know that if I join both focal points to a point on the curve, that would be equal to the major axis. And the way they like to see that usually drawn out for a solution is like so. Just extend on that line there. Get your compass. Put it on B, stretch to F1 there. And we'll just swing that up, okay? So now, from this point here to that point there, that is the major axis. So we're going to bisect that, of course, because we need half the major axis. I'll just swing 2 light arcs there. And that is half the major axis there. So I'll just set my compass to that now. And I'm going to get use out of that because I know that half the major axis is the same distance from any of the focal points to the top or bottom of the minor axis, okay? So by swinging that there, half the major axis, that is finding me point C, as they call it in the drawing there. Now, I'll also finish out, get this guy here, which I'm going to need this end. So we have a quarter of an ellipse to draw now. We've actually got 3 points on it now, 1, 2, and 3. So I'm going to draw a quarter of my major and minor circle next. And now we'll divide that up with our 60-30. Where it hits the major, we'll come down. Where it hits the minor, we'll come out. Now, if you ever get a question where the ellipse is standing upright, just turn your page and turn it back when you have it drawn, okay? So there now is five points. So we'll start off there. And that's a quarter of our ellipse drawn. You can do this heavy line in here as well. Next thing there, we need to work on this here. So we have part of a circle here, okay? Now there's a tangent to go on there. We need to find point G. So how do you do that? Now I know it's 25 of a distance, but they'll want to see you showing your knowledge. So we'll swing an arc from there and there. So I'm just bisecting the distance between here and C. And when we bisect that now, we'll get a place to put down our compass. And draw in this semicircle. Now I'll go over that semicircle in blue just to highlight so it'll be easier for you to see. But that's a semicircle there. Where it cuts here, exactly here, we'll find you point G. Put on your set square now. That's our tangent now. We're almost finished there with this side of the drawing. Last thing to do there is they're telling you the line BE is a normal. So usually if you had we'll say you had a tangent to something like that. What is a normal? A normal is a line at 90 degrees to a tangent at the point of contact on an object, and on an object, in this case an ellipse, okay? So we're going to bisect this angle here. That's going to give me my normal there. Now I know E is 15 higher than B. So if I put in a line there now, That will find me E up here. I can just put in that guy heavy there. This heavy here. And we can sketch that or shade that in grey there now. Now that's the left hand side of that moped finished with. The next thing there is we have these, we have to draw a parabola, and actually I'll just put in point J there. J was 20 out from the middle there. Now, this is we're quite lucky this way this time, because this parabola will divide in evenly, nicely. The number 4 will divide into it. So 4 into 40 goes 10 times. You can mark them off. And 4 into 20 will go in 5 times. Okay. Now these lines will all come up like this. Again, if you're ever unsure, just turn your page around and turn it back when you're finished your parabola. Now, those will get us all our points there that we need to draw in our freehand parabola. And that is that part of the moped. Next thing there, there's a bit of an arc going on here. Now we know the radius is J to H, so let's set our compass to that. And we can swing that arc there. Okay, and we need to put in this bit of a slope here going in. I can put in that line there. Now, we're told also this kind of, the headlight on the moped comes down 10 mil from H. I already have that line drawn in from earlier on from my construction work with the parabola. So I can just drop that there and put that question in there. Okay, and in the question, you don't have to shade this. I'm just going to shade it in to keep it like the question there for visualization. But that is it finished, folks. So the hardest thing there was probably figuring out the major, or drawing the ellipse, okay? So we had a point. So remember, if you have a point on the curve and both focal points, well then if you add these two guys up, that will get you the distance of the major axis. And once you know the major axis, it's easy to find half the major and half the major from a focal point. Swinging an arc will find you at the top of the minor axis, and then it's easy enough to draw it after that. So I hope you found that useful, folks. More videos to come, okay? So, but I'm also making videos for the ordinary level class now, so bear that in mind as well. Okay, take care, folks. Talk to you soon.